Okay, I'm glad it has restarted. Are you guys? Yes, we're still on. I kept feeling weird because it had, oh, it's just rotating. Oh no. Are we back on? Please give me a thumbs up if you can still see me. I need to know before I go on. Okay, the network is too poor today. Okay, I am back on and our minutes are still moving, but if you can see me, please, I hope it refreshes on your on your phones as it has on mine. Oh no, this network. No, 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 no. So sorry, sorry, sorry. I hope your network can refresh. Mine has refreshed and I can for sure see. Uh, I can for sure see your messages, but I don't know exactly what's happening that side. Okay. Hello everyone, I'm glad to be here. Thank you, Super Coach, for making it to us today. Harriet, okay. Oh, thank you so much, Ruth. So now I can go on. Now I know that you're here. Okay. Yes, I'm back. Jem Kakembo. Good. Okay. So we're talking about being truthful, and we say that okay. Net is not good today, but I'm back on. Good to have you back. Okay, and then say that the consumers that we have or the clients that we have, they don't trust, they're skeptical because of the fake people, they have limited attention. People have limited attention in this age, and I want you to listen to me very clearly, because we have all these gadgets in our fingers or in our hands, but we do not have time. That is why most of the times you'll have all your hands scrolling all the time. You're scrolling through your phone. You don't have time. It's only something that is interesting that will actually capture your attention, and then you will dwell on it for just a few seconds, and then after that you will scroll back. You go back to scrolling. So that means we are dealing with people who are very skeptical. I want you to know the people that you're going to deal with in this counseling or coaching, in the mentoring and in the consulting world. The people who are very skeptical because of the so many fake people, and Jem Kakembo, I'm going to talk about your issue. And then we have people who are just plain tired. They are tired. They have no motivation in their lives. They just don't know what they want, and they all have gadgets. They all see you, they all follow you, but they don't actually internalize anything. And then we have people who have we said people who have limited attention. We said people who are skeptical because of the fake things that have been sold to them, and fake counselors and fake coaches who are just selling like hotcakes, because apparently they have taken network marketing and internet marketing or online marketing and social media marketing very seriously. So people are just learning how to market their goods and how to create things and then just make quick money and easy money without any ethics and without any basics when it comes to coaching, because coaching takes time, counseling takes time. It's not just, about just floating ideas in the sky. Okay. And people who don't trust, and people who guard their energy. Okay. They're like, you know what, I'm so careful about what I see. If I see something depressing or something that not adding up or something that draining me of my energy, I'm not going to give it attention. And people who are just plain tired, just like we have said. Okay. So we get the attention when we mention the truth. When you mention exactly what someone is going through, then someone, you realize people can even tag them, because some of our friends know what we are going through. So when they see a post that would really help you, they tag you on that post. And then if someone tags you, then you're like, by the time Favor tags me, that means I need to read this post. Then you go and read the post. Okay. And that means that you can be interested to say, you know what, let me go and get these services. Let me meet this coach and be able to go through her services. So you know the people that you're dealing with. Very tired, very skeptical, very limited attention span, and very guarding of their energy. Okay. And some of them have grown into self-awareness and being deliberately selfish, so they cannot be available for just anything. They are available for things that are really important. So how important are you? How important are your posts? Okay, so that people don't just scroll by them and just keep going. Okay. And the trust really helps people to open up and be vulnerable. If someone trusts, and I can see that with me, I have seen people today. I met two. They are not young men. They are really in their mid 30s, going to 40. They've been searching for spouses, and so they wrote down their issues and their problems and their questions. And so they came. They wanted to have a time of self-reflection, and they fully paid for their session. And we went through. I mean, they were able to be very vulnerable. Ask detailed questions, and they do not fear. They said, we are here to answer anything. Why? Because when I am on TV, on radio, or on social media, I want to speak the truth. Now, very few people maybe will follow the truth, but the few people that will follow the truth will be the people that are in need of your services. You will, because Lugambo will get 10K likes. Have you seen weird things getting a lot of following of recent? There are so many weird things will go viral. Crazy things will go viral. But when someone writes something that is really helpful and very truthful, very few people will lead it. But again, when you're persistent with your truth, then people will know that you are the go-to person. Remember, I told you to make yourself a one-person market so that anyone that wants your kind of service has no option but to come to you alone, not to go to anyone else. And how you do that is by being consistent and knowing exactly what you're doing. And for those of you that have not yet really organized your social media platforms, I'm coming to you. And please make sure that when you post, you tag me. When you post something, you tag me. And the rule is in this mentorship class is every day you post at least 2 posts on your social media platform, because I want to be able to follow, to know what you are interested in, because some of us have picked niches where we are not really comfortable. We just love it, but that's not what is the core at our heart. So according to how you post, I am going to see what you're inclined to, and we'll be able to have our talk and evaluation in that line, okay? And then the market is very demanding, okay? And that means that you have to be able to be on your A game. What Facebook does, or what other social media platforms with their algorithms do is, I mean, the more persistent you are, and the more the more you do the work, the more you're being able to put into other people's faces. So the market is quite dim. It swallows all the content. Sometimes you'll be like, but I'm giving out too much free content. That is what I used to do. But again, if you do not create content, you're supposed to be a creator, and a creator is not supposed to drain. So you're supposed to be creating and posting and showing people who you want them to be and what you want them to be, or what you would love for their lives, or what problems you're highlighting on, so that when someone finds themselves in that problem, they can be able to come to you and be able to talk to you, okay? So and being that the market is demanding, it's filtering out the people that are not doing the work. Let me tell you, they will forget about you. I told you when I was beginning, I asked myself, where are the other counselors? And indeed, I did not see them. So the counselors, it's not that they were not there. No, but they were swallowed up. The market filters you out. If you are not competent, if you are not certain, if you are not confident, if you are not truthful, the market is going to put you on the side. And even if you try to bounce back from that side where you have been placed, it's going to be very hard. So from the onset, you have to know exactly that I am authentic, I am truthful, and I'm going to give the truth to the best of my knowledge. And I think even the coaches, just like lawyers are being sworn in and the judges are being can be sworn in, I think the coaches should also be sworn in, that they will do their best to the best of their knowledge to the people that come into them, okay? So truth and transparency. That is why personal stories sell a lot, okay? When you share about your story and another person relates with your story, then it sells a lot and it travels a lot, okay? So make sure that you do that. And then you have to be a person that commands respect, not a person that just begs for it. You have seen people on social media, or you have seen people, because the best examples are on social media, but even in the daily life, when they're just struggling for people to actually respect them. And so you have to be able to just earn that respect. Let them feel like, you know what, that lady, what she did. The other day, I was buying clothes for my babies for birthday, and then a certain lady told me, I contacted her. She was an online seller. I didn't have time to go shopping. So I contacted her. I told her, deliver this and send me pictures. I chose the picture. I chose for clothes for the girl and the boy. And then I sent back the pictures for the bill, and she sent me the bill. And then she told me that she called me just to ascertain where the delivery was going to happen. So I told her, oh, deliver here, I'm at Fairway Hotel and all that. And then when she got off the phone and typed the next words she typed, she was like, this is Bahati. I didn't know I was talking to Bahati, but I heard your voice and I know that it's you that I was talking to. But I came to you in 2017. That was the day before yesterday. I came to you in 2017 with my husband. We had issues and you took us through a process, and now we are fine. I am working. I was able, he had refused me to work, but now I am here working online and making a lot of money, and I'm a happy woman, and I'm making my husband happy and my children. I cannot thank you enough. So for the bill of your children, I am taking half. I'm paying half of that bill. I'm just delivering and I'm giving you a receipt for half the bill. I was like, what? Sometimes so many people that we impact lives, but we never know where they ended and what happened in their lives, because you cannot follow up people forever. Okay, so that means you have to earn their respect. Now, when such a person is referring another person, they will tell them, you know what, you don't need anyone in this world apart from Bahati. If you can just get to Bahati, your things will be done. And that's exactly what people come to be telling me. Gama, my friend told me, if I can only reach you, my things are sorted. I'm like, and I just laugh it off. I'm like, okay, let's hear your issues so that we can start sorting them off. But not everything is just simple and you're just going to walk through it. Okay, even with years of experience, you have to go through the process to think with this person, to build solutions with this person, and you have to let them play their part wisely. Okay, so you have to be that person that earns the respect over time. Okay. And this is not really about ability that you have, okay? The truth is always the truth. You can have the ability, but when you don't know how to package it, that is also a different thing, okay? And do you even trust yourself? Because before anyone trusts you, you have to trust yourself. When you come with confidence, when you sit, when you speak, when you ask them, okay, where do we start from? Okay, how old are you? Sometimes you ask someone who is 57, you're asking them, how old are you? Are you married? Are you married or single? Do you have children? And this person looks at you and is like, yeah, you came here for help, so we're going full swing. We're not leaving any stone unturned. So you make sure that you trust yourself enough before you even stand before anyone to do anything with their lives. Okay, now let me just a little bit go over your questions. Some Jem Kakembo, you say that, coach, about the 7-figure business, a very good university contacted me about how I can further my career, but I'm indeed skeptical. Advise. Okay, now, for a university, I will need to see that message definitely. If you can, copy it and send it to me on WhatsApp. But for a university to contact you and they have seen that you're in that, you know what Facebook does, or what these social media platforms do. You can be on the Google search, typing in kids clothes, and then when you come to Facebook, then they start advertising kids clothes to you. I think you have noticed that. Okay, so the posts have to be 2 on your social media platforms, and you have to have 2 main platforms, one for the long work, for the long messages, or for the long, and then the other one for a visual effect, okay, for people to see you and put the face to the voice and know you. For example, my main platforms actually are YouTube and Facebook. Okay, I do Instagram, I do Twitter, I do TikTok, but my main are actually 2. So you have to have those 2, and if you have those 2, then you have to make sure that you post. For videos, you can post twice a week, at least twice a week for videos. And for the posts, you have to post at least 2 posts every day. So that means what this is going to do for you, you are going to research more, you're going to read more about, because you want to be an answer to people. And how are you going to be an answer without being equipped? That means you're going to be, and the other assignment is to write down, and I gave this, I think, the day before yesterday, yesterday, to write down 50 issues or problems that the people in your niche are really looking for solutions to. So you write those 50 problems. That means all your posts will be coming from those 50 problems, okay? And you cannot exhaust all problems. There are so many problems, you'll even keep hearing many. So you make sure that you look for a solution, post those solutions, post those questions, post that situation, explain it further. So you have so many posts that are going to be deriving from the solutions that you want to create for the people that are going to follow you. So you make sure that you have those 2 posts, make sure that you have the 50, and those ones you're going to send them here, I mean on the private group, so that we can be able to see them. If you come across that post where we are rating 50 of them, most of them have gone through it, they have written there. So if you get to it, make sure that you add your 50 on those in your niche, so that we can be able to see them, okay? So you have to know that the world or the market is going to actually sift you. So my friend Jem Kakembo, make sure you send me that message. I know, for example, that if a university really comes to you, and we have so many universities that have been created again by, I will not say fake people, but people that are out there to really get the money, make the money more than really impact lives. So you have to be on the lookout. They will give you a good offer. They will even, these days, they have online courses that are too cheap, and they will tell you for $5, you can do this, for $3, you can do this. Why? Because they know when they say $3 or $5, many people are going to sign on, and then they're going to get a big margin. And that means that you are not gaining, you are not being grounded, but you are buying things and constantly buying things, okay? So you have to be very careful. But if something is good, make sure that you go for it. If you feel it touches you and it has value, and sometimes how we learn is we first, bump into bad, or we make mistakes, and then we learn. So you don't hesitate a lot, but make sure that you know for sure you have gone through all the criteria, you have proofread and knew that these people are actually promising, they're going to deliver on their promise. Okay, someone asked first time, okay, Hilda, I'm pleased to be on this show. Thanks for the good work. What can I do to improve self-motivation? Now, how you improve motivation wears off, okay? So when motivation wears off, that means your motivation, you have to, like you bathe every day, you have to be motivated every day. But I think I was talking to a certain client of mine and I told you about that the client. Of course, I don't mention names. So this, told me she had lost motivation, no focus, no self-love, nothing. So I told her, and I will tell this to you. Once you have your purpose and you have your passion, they act as receptors. If you know receptors, it's receptors is really I don't know how to explain them, maybe in Luganda or where, but it's like something that is out there to catch or to stick. Okay, so receptors. I think we talk about receptors when we talk about insulin, when we talk about all those doctor stuff. But the receptors, they're supposed to hold. Okay, or they are like recipients, okay? So, or they are absorbents or magnetic. Now, when you have your passion and purpose, that means that you have receptors. When motivation comes, when you watch videos like this, when you watch any motivational videos, your purpose and your passion become the magnet that pulls that motivation, and then that motivation is able to stay for a longer time. Why? Because then you are working on something. But because when you're idle, you become, just like they say, a devil's workshop. Then you think about negativity, then you think about, you procrastinate, then you're not doing things that you would love to do, then everything just mingles up and jumbles up, and then you're not organized, and then you're cluttered. Even where you stay is cluttered, even the way you put on in a very shabby way. You just don't feel yourself. But the moment you start having the passion and the purpose, and you start running towards your dream, then motivation is actually going to follow you. So if you want to self-motivate, make sure that you are working on something. The moment you're working on something, you have less time to think about negativity. You have less time to attract things that do not work. That means that you have immersed yourself and you're concentrating on you're concentrating on creating your social, for example, for this mentorship, you're just immerse yourself in creating the social media posts and putting your pages fine and creating a website. Now for the group A, I want you to be able, now the next thing you're going into is creating a website, and I want you to be able to create a website of your own without going first you create a website of your own. You can do this with Wix, you can do it with Kajabi, you can do it with Thinkific, you can do it with Lead Pages, you can do it with multiple apps. So I have mentioned them here. Go and Google them and build your own, because they can give you a trial version of up to a month or even more than a month. My Wix, and if you're not so sure about what you're going to do, go to my Wix website. Just search for Bahati Hilda Sabiti. They will give you a version of my Wix website that is not my real website, but again, I have some information there just as an example. And I even have a fully running blog that has people from, Venezuela, from Australia, from Germany visiting and getting content. So I have a full blog on there. You will be able to see it. You don't have to pay money. You just have to sign up for their free trial, and then you go ahead and build your own website. So simple. But again, I just want us to get in that game, that even when we decide to later do other websites for us, we will have a glimpse of what it means to actually have one and have a profile and all those details. So group A, you have your assignment. Group B, you will get to that assignment later, but group A, you have that assignment to make sure that you do. Okay. So the truth about self-motivation that I was talking about, make sure that you have your purpose, you have your ambition, and make sure that you are busy working on something. And let me tell you, motivation is going to follow. Okay. And be very careful about your company, because you're the average of the 5 people that are in your life. So if your company is corrupt, you're also going to be corrupt. Procrastinators, if it's negative, it's going to rub onto you. So be very careful what kind of person. Who do you listen to? Okay. How to self-motivate. Make sure that you listen to things that actually motivate you and they keep you on your tenterhooks, on your tiptoes to do certain things. Okay. So that is why we have the WhatsApp group of the mentorship, of this mentorship class. Why? Because then you're able to talk to each other. You're able to, people have been posting their book covers, and others are like, wow, when do I even get to that? When do I get to do that? The reason as to why even for the February intake, I put you, for the group B, I put you on that group of WhatsApp, is because I wanted you to draw inspiration and motivation to know that this is doable. And by the end of this mentorship, you will have gained a lot, and just not in wisdom, but also in your social capital, because then you will know a JM Kakembo, you will know a Maureen somewhere, you will know a Jackie somewhere, you will know a Harriet somewhere, you will know a Faida somewhere, you will know a Namudu somewhere. Okay. And that is, the social capital is very, very, very important, so you know that you are not alone. Okay. We can talk a lot more about that, about self motivation. So make sure you choose what you listen to, the people that you dwell with, what information you read, who you follow on social media is very important for your self motivation. And then just having goals and knowing that these are the targets. This is what I want to get, because the moment you have that target and you work towards it, then when you accomplish it, you get more confident to even accomplish bigger tasks. Okay. So just go ahead and do that. Okay. Can't see anything. Hello everyone, I'm glad to be here. Okay. Back now. You are not alone, Ruth. Imagine lately I don't know what to post exactly, and I'm still confused about I help statement. I explained it, Catherine. So you just categorize the people that your audience, the people that you target. Okay. And then make sure that you speak about I help women, create meaningful income, or start businesses, or I help people with small businesses to grow and scale their businesses to make better profits, or whatever it is. It's as simple as that. It doesn't have to be complicated, my dear. So it's as simple as that, Catherine. Okay, make sure that pardon me, how many posts a day? I mentioned that can see me penina, and you have to make sure that you follow through. Okay, and if we don't have any more questions, and okay, I think we'll be preparing to go, because I cannot finish what I prepared to speak today. But being truthful and trustworthy with every piece that you put out, okay? So people will be able to come back all the time, because then you are speaking exactly to them. People want real life these days. They don't want, just theories and theories and theories without anything. Make sure that you show up with your scars. Don't fear to mention where you went bad and what happened, what didn't happen now, okay? So make sure that you show up with your scars, with your heartbreak. Make sure that you show, you show us that you're human, okay? That you're not just an angel that fell from heaven and everything is so good, you're having life on a silver platter. Show up with your scars, and people will be very, very appreciative. The authenticity, the vulnerability. Perfect and polished is not what people want. People don't want perfect things and polished things. Oh, you look all intact, all together. And so, no, people need to know that you're a mother, and sometimes you can lock yourself in the toilet when, things have gone wrong, and you just can't get a hold of your children. Everyone is doing whatever they want to do, and then you just want a minute of quietness, and then you just lock yourself in the toilet, like I do sometimes, and I just, I'm blank. I'm like, you know what? They will cry, they will throw tantrums, they will do what? I'll be like, I'm good, you'll be good to go, or I just lock myself in the bedroom. And then people need to know that you are human and things get to you. But however much they get to you, you are motivated to actually outperform whatever demotivation that you have in your life. So people want to see that. They want to see you raw, okay? And the more unique you are, the better. You don't need to be like everyone else. So let's not copy from anyone else. The more unique, I think I have said more things today that you need to be writing down. I don't know whether you really show up with pens and papers or notebooks to be able to write down, but these things are very, very crucial, okay? Because I am doing this mentorship, and before you know it, Favor, Ruth, Catherine, Jem, Kakembo, Esther, before you know it, you'll be the ones mentoring other people. After you have done this for, 5-10 years, you'll be saying, you know what, I need to give back, okay? Bravo, coach. Thanks for tonight's class. I thought it would really go for only 30 minutes, like you said, but hey, we got you going. I know, when you show up, I get motivated. I'm like, okay, these guys are here, so let's do this. So the more unique, the better for you. So then you can be so different from everyone else, okay? So make sure that you write Margarine, you're here. Why didn't I see you sooner? Okay, so if you're writing, make sure that you are very, very unique, okay? And then the truth, just like that we said about coaching, and in that people don't talk about. Those are the next things that we'll be talking about, maybe in the next live session that we do. The things that people don't talk about in this industry. But from me to you is a good night, okay? Let's meet on the private group and then on the WhatsApp group. Bye-bye.